Okay, my tubies, I'm back with narcissists are dangerous. Don't play with them. They're not to be played with or even dealt with or be around. I came up with the title. I may change the title down the road, but let's continue where we left off.
He padlocks the women in an efficiency attached to his apartment so they can't escape.
And then he would take them around to whatever motels or areas for these girls to have sex.
He keeps his girls docile with pills and crack cocaine. The only time they see the light of day is when he forces them to go to work.
The women, they were sleeping with 4 or 5 men a day, $60 to $100 a pop, but they didn't get any of the money.
While they're servicing the men, Janae embraces her role as enforcer, waiting in the bathroom to make sure everything goes as planned.
Well, Janae would follow whatever instruction McKinley gave her. If McKinley said to go slap the girl to keep her in line, she would do it.
Janae was on the team.
Okay, hold on, guys. I had to pause that for a moment. I know we saw that part already, but let's just take it from here.
For McKinley to be happy, for their business to be successful.
Because McKinley basically views the other women in the house as slaves, Janae was manipulated into thinking the same way, almost identifying with the aggressor, because she felt that he had saved her from a life of peril on the streets and owed that.
Okay, we saw that. We saw that part. Yeah, blah, blah.
Just imagine what that must have been like for these women. They didn't know if they were going to die locked up in this room.
For 3 years.
Wait, I got to backtrack a little bit. I don't want you to miss that part. Oh, these women, I'm just so saddened. Are you as upset about this as I am?
The same way, almost identifying with the aggressor, because she felt that he had saved her from a life of peril on the streets and owed that to him.
Together, they hold as many as 8 girls at a time against their will. McKinley does whatever it takes to keep them in line.
Start yelling at them. When the yelling wasn't giving them the response that he needed, then hitting them was the next step. And that progressed all the way up to putting a gun to their head. One of the punishments he would do to them is put a gun to the side of the head and dry fire the gun.
They don't know if there's bullets in the chamber or what. But just imagine what that must have been like for these women. They didn't know if they...
My thing with this situation here, and when I look at a lot of women who are being abused, like this show, For My Man, how these women would kill other people, for my man. Me, the way my mind works, there's no way. I'm a prostitute, so that means I know people. You know what I'm saying? I think I have a little bit of a gift for gab. I would get myself a gun and I'll blow his brains out. Just like when I'm sitting up here with this guy and he wants me to kill this person, that's right, take this and kill him. I was to take the gun and I would take it like he said and I would turn it on his ass. Because if I'm going to kill somebody, I'm going to kill somebody anyway. I might as well kill you. Am I going to let this person go? I would hope that they wouldn't report me. And they probably will. And I'm going to take my chances. And, with bad behavior, there comes consequences. There's no way I'm killing an innocent person because you have freaking mental issues and should be locked up in a mental institution. I'm going to take the gun to save this innocent person. And I'm going to kill that bastard. Just like if I'm a prostitute, I would let this guy know some guy's going to love me. I would service him like he was a king. And I would let him know the situation I'm in. And if there's any way possible that you could get me a gun so I can get myself out of this situation, I would appreciate it. I'll service you for 5 services without you having to pay. If you could just help me get a gun. I would get the gun. And when this clown had me sitting up in his car, I would blow his brains out. And the broad who thinks she's going to come into the room and start beating on me, okay, I hear you, girl. I hear you. Do what you got to do, because I'm going to do what I have to do. How about that?
They were going to die locked up in this room.
For 3 years, their sex trade operation runs like a well-oiled machine, with McKinley at the helm and Janae by his side. The partnership is so strong, she even asks for a special ceremony.
I don't know if it was legal or what, but Janae wanted to get married, so it's a reassurance that he wasn't going to give her to her, that he was going to keep her forever.
Then late one night that summer, Janae takes her loyalty to her new husband one step further. While two of their girls are resting in between Johns inside the efficiency, Daddy lets his guard down and forgets to lock their door.
He had fallen asleep. Two of his captive women, Angel and Diamond, were there. They were awake. They chose that opportunity as a time to get some pills that they both wanted to take.
They sneak back to their room, but don't exactly cover their tracks. As soon as McKinley wakes up and sees his stash missing, there are only two possible culprits. Furious, he grabs the girls.
He called Janae. The four of them got into the car. The two captive women didn't know what was going on.
They drive down a dark, secluded street and arrive at an abandoned house. He orders his wife to discipline the girls.
Teach these girls a lesson.
Yeah, and I would have said, I hear you, baby. Give me that gun because I'm going to pistol whip them. I'm going to pistol whip they behind. And when I'm done with them, I bet you they'll never pull a stunt like this again. That's what I would say. As long as he gives me the pistol and the gun. Okay, he already trusts me. I already gained his trust. Okay? Because these are females who set up there and stole those pills. They're on drugs because he got them caught out there like that. They're on these drugs because he supported that. Okay, we're going to flip the script, ladies. Or I would tell them, scream like I'm hitting you. Get in here. I'm going to hit you both. Get in there. I would get them in there. Scream like I'm beating you. I'm not beating us. We're gonna handle this. I would go out there and let him know. I would say, stay in here. They're laid out. They're unconscious, honey. And I would have took that gun and I would have blew his brains out. Problem solved. Now we out. Bye.
Janae got Angel out of the car, took her into the house.
McKinley keeps Diamond in the car with him and waits. Inside the abandoned house, according to Angel, the enforcer beats her with her bare hands.
Yeah, right.
She ended up knocking one of her teeth out.
After beating down Angel, one of the girls that she and her husband, McKinley, Daddy Desir, hold captive, she wraps her hands around the girl's throat.
She ended up choking her into unconsciousness. And by the time the woman came to, they were on their way back to the car.
Janae then grabs their other captive, Diamond, and drags her into the house for her beating.
Meanwhile, Angel is in the car. Daddy told her to put her head down, and he's blasting her and telling her, you better be glad that we didn't kill you.
The message is received.
But the threats
You better
they
be
did to
glad I
these
didn't
girls
kill
was to
you,
let them know that if they didn't
nigga.
comply with what they wanted them to do, there were consequences up until death.
Janae is so brainwashed by McKinley that she becomes an extension of him, and she does whatever he asks her to do, no questions asked. She wanted to show him that she was completely on his side.
Janae has never been a violent person, but when she got McKinley, he hardened her. He made her someone she's not.
I'm sorry, I can't agree with that because nobody can make you something that yeah, actually that's true. I'm sorry, I take that back. At the same time, you have to have some type of evil inside of you that you could actually do this kind of craziness. Because me, I don't give a damn what kind of situation. I don't know. I know. I loved Gregory Elliott, my ex-fiance, like you've never seen a person love. He asked me to do something like this. I would never do that because that would be the same as you telling me to spit in Jehovah God's face. You're telling me to pick up some defecation and smear it all inside Jesus Christ's face. But of course, she didn't have that spiritual upbringing that I did. See, I couldn't go that far because to me, that's like just totally disrespecting God and Christ, man. I'm not doing it. Are you crazy? I can't do that. Another point that I wanted to bring out is that I've had prostitutes that I've dealt with. I've had my prostitutes who are my hairdressers, and I listen to their stories, and I listen. You know, I have them come to my house, different ones or whatever, who could do my hair the best or whatever the hell, what have you. And they sat up here and told me that 90%, check this out, 90% of their clients are married men. Married men. Do I believe that? Yeah, because my husband was married. He was always with some prostitute. He was always sitting up there going to their homes before he went to work. And of course, he thought he was going to make a fool out of me. People see him because he's so stupid. You're driving around in a car, you think you're going to get away with it. But what he failed to realize that there are red lights. You have to stop at a red light. And when you have to stop, people see who you have in your car. People would sit up here blowing up my phone. Yo, 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 Sheila, are you okay? Are you and Rob, whatever the hell? Are you guys okay? Because I just saw him with BAP in the car. I just saw him doing this. I just saw him doing that. Keep in mind, I know people all around. I live in Albany, New York. And I know people that he don't even know that I know. They're sitting up here blowing up my phone, or they are talking to me at the bus stop, like when I'm on my way to work. They're telling me this, are you guys okay? Because I saw him doing this. I saw him with this. I saw him with that. And then I have somebody else call me up. Keep in mind, I already kicked him out of my house because you're not going to drive and be around here making a fool out of me. He wanted to try to make a fool out of me, making people see that, oh, she thinks she really got me. She thinks she whatever, but look at what I'm doing behind her back. No, sweetheart. No. You didn't make a fool out of me because I let everyone know. We are separated, and I am working on my divorce as we speak. Trust and believe. I remember he was laying up with a prostitute. He gave me trichomonas. He gave me an STD. How tacky is that? So I was done. I was done. He wanted to drive around in his car, and he wanted to be seen because he has self-hatred with his skin tone. He was telling me about when he was young, how much he hated his skin color, and this, he said he outgrew it. No, he didn't. He hates his skin tone. He don't really want no ebony woman. All of his porno. Listen to me when I tell you, all of his porno was with Caucasian women, light skin, pale skin. Anything that had light skin or pale skin, that's the kind of porno that he liked. He felt they were more desirable. The only time you see him with an ebony woman is because he needs somebody to treat like dirt. He needs somebody that he could walk all over. Someone that he could, like a Kleenex, you could blow your nose on it and just throw it away, treat it badly. That's the only thing he wanted ebony women for. He treated me like I was, listen to me, my tubies, like I was garbage, Why do you think he ended up in the city mission homeless? He spent all of his money. Every chance he got, he would blow all of his money with some Caucasian woman, thinking that was going to make him a somebody. I want to be seen driving around with a Caucasian in my car. That's going to make me a somebody. Yeah, it made you somebody's freaking fool. Because guess what used to happen? And this is what he told me. And I quote, he said, after they done used all my money, then they'll sit around here and say, you ain't nothing but a crackhead, stupid nigga. You ain't nothing but a crackhead, stupid nigger. That's the way they felt about him. And if you were to have a discussion with him, you would understand why they said that. Because pretty much it's true, actually. But anyway, let's get back.
While this husband and wife team keep their girls in line, the Boynton Beach police are closing in. They have uncovered the online escort service ads that Janae has been posting and set up a sting operation.
We responded to an ad, and it was for a two-girl special. We had an undercover officer posed as a John staying at a hotel. We had surveillance teams in place.
Janae and one of their girls show up to the motel room.
You could see that Janae was clearly in control of the conversation and what was going down. They discussed what sex act they were going to do and how much money it was.
With the deal in place, police swarm the hotel room and arrest both women. They're hauled down to the station for questioning. Janae...
I want to put emphasis on the police busted in and they hauled down both women. They took in both of the women. They didn't take in the John. They didn't take him in. And my question is, why is that? Why don't they ever arrest these Johns? They're the ones who supporting this and keeping this freaking nonsense alive and well. They never taken the Johns.
Is first up. During the sting, it was obvious she's the one in charge.
It became pretty clear to the police that Janae was the one behind those ads.
The hardened enforcer is calm and cool. She refuses to give up any details of their operation, including her husband.
She was loyal. I asked if anybody else was involved in it, and she said solely herself.
But the other girl is visibly shaken. Seeing a chance to finally wake up from this nightmare, she tells investigators everything she knows about Janae and McKenna.
That's my vanilla sister. Speak, Ma. Speak, Ma. I'm loving you. I told you, these vanilla sisters, they get hip to the game after a while because these black men, they turn into a lot of Caucasian women, a lot of them, because they feel that Caucasian women are stupid. They are very naive to knowing the game, but that's okay. Because guess what? They're learning everything about these freaking dusty dudes. And my vanilla sisters, combined, we hook up together with the ebony sisters. We good. We good. Okay, speak, my vanilla sister. Tell it all, Ma.
As the girl talks, it becomes clear to police that this is more than just a simple prostitution case. And apparently, they aren't the only ones interested in the Haitian pimp.
We were contacted shortly after by the FBI, who, unbeknownst to us, was also working a case on McKinley. And we got together and spoke about my case and their cases.
The FBI have spoken with another victim that backs up all the claims against Janae and her daddy.
One of the girls who was being held hostage in McKinley's apartment got a hold of his phone and texted her mother about what was happening. So that fact, coupled with what happened with the arrest in the hotel room, is making it pretty clear to the authorities that there is a sex ring happening here.
Janae's instantly arrested and charged with sex trafficking. Realizing she's caught, she finally comes clean.
This agent got her to see the severity of the situation she was in. And so Janae, understanding and realizing that, knew that she really had no choice but to turn against McKinley.
I was just totally taken aback because I didn't know she was this far in. I didn't know she had became this person. And it was just so sad.
Investigators immediately hunt down McKinley outside of their home and also arrest him for sex trafficking. Although multiple women were victimized, only 2 are courageous enough to speak out. That spring, husband and wife go to trial and plead not guilty. McKinley Desir is convicted of 1 count of conspiracy to commit sex trafficking and 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, threats, fraud, or coercion, and is sentenced to life in prison.
Yes!
She
Yes!
was convicted of 1 count of conspiracy of committing sex trafficking. She got 15 years for her role in trafficking these girls.
Okay.
The 21-year-old now understands that her desperation to be part of a family and find love made her vulnerable to the likes of McKinley. She spends her time preparing for the day she will be released.
I understand that in prison she is thriving, she's getting some education, she feels true remorse for what she's done.
She's mentoring those who are with her. She knows that when she gets out, she wants a better life. She wants to be a model citizen.
Janae.
Okay. So you notice how while she's away from these no good pieces of garbage, women tend to do better without these characters anyway. And I know that women say, well, we want a man because that's the way God's arrangement is. God's arrangement is in the Bible how a man is supposed to treat a woman. And if a man is not going to treat you according to the way the Bible says, you don't need it, my tubies. We don't need it. Now, you notice that they said 2 of these women, they spoke out. They were Caucasian women. You know why the ebony women didn't speak out and they don't have record of it? Because the ebony women already killed the bastards. That's why they don't have record of ebony women, because ebony women was smart enough to say, yo, you know what? We're going to flip the script on this. Freak this nonsense. Yeah, I'm going to do my next John. He's going to hook me up with a gun. Bap, bap, bap. And the ebony women never got caught. They never got caught. That's how we handle the situation. My Caucasian vanilla sisters, that's okay. Because you hanging out with us more and more each and every day. And you're schooling me how to, play that nicey nice role. Because, yeah, I'm learning a lot from my vanilla sisters. They are schooling me lovely, lovely. Now, you put what they're teaching me combined with what I already know and my street smart and my spirituality, baby, please. I'm a weapon. I'm a freaking weapon. And I would definitely teach my tubies how to be a weapon as well. And I'm not doing this just for, how you say, subscribers. I'm doing this for the same reason that Derek Jackson, Matthew Hussey, Trent Shelton, what is his name? It's so many men out here who are trying to educate women. Why? Because they have daughters. They have mothers. They have sisters. And they see that women are being totally abused and hurt and played. And you have so many men on YouTube now who are schooling sisters. They're schooling vanilla, chocolate, Spanish. They're schooling, let me forget that, women. Yeah, women. Because they know that it's not right. The way these dusty clowns, these dusty build-a-bum is treating women. Women are naturally nurturing. And we care. And you see how she turned. She was almost like an animal. You could beat other women. That's craziness to me. That ain't never gonna happen. I'ma always support other women. Always. Cheating with your man, that ain't happening with me. I don't care if you're separated. You're still married, sweetheart. When you get the divorce, you can step to me. Until then, poof, be gone. I don't want to hear that garbage about, yeah, but we're separated. We've been away from each other for 10, 12 years. Yeah, but you're still married. You still made a vow to God. And you're still married. So you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to disappear, son. Get the hell out of my face. To be honest with you, I'm offended. How dare you? How dare you think for one iota of a minute that I'm going to turn against my women? No, I'm not going to do that. That's not happening. Okay? By BITCH, and I wanted to curse, but I'm trying to be a Christian here. Anyway, I have another channel, speaking of Christian. True Love Ministries. This is SheilaTruelove channel. We talk about any and everything. You know how we do. I'm the advice coach. And when you go to True Love Ministries, we got our spiritual thing. That's what's going to keep you going. That's what helped save me. My spiritual part, the training that I had growing up to stay close to my Heavenly Father and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's what helped me get through all of this without having to go to these extremes that you see these women do, because I had that spiritual support. So check out True Love Ministries. I would appreciate your subscribing and being supportive. I appreciate that. I appreciate your subscribing here. And I want to say so much thank you. Thank you for listening. I love you so very much. That's why I do these videos. Bye for now. Until we talk again.